I was going to ask you, I wanted to go back to when Emmanuel was traded. What did you tell yourself at that time, if anything?
I didn't tell myself anything. It was business as usual. Like I said before, I never showed up to work saying I'm going to practice and perform as a number 2 receiver.
Courtland, I just want to know, when you go back and watch the tape, you're like, how the hell did you catch that?
Man, that was something I thank God that I'm able to do, because I don't know how I did it. It's one of the things that you catch so many passes and you see it happen so many times. I don't know. It just happened. It was amazing. I'm glad I'm able to do that.
We saw you make catches like that in your first camp, but you were having trouble staying in bounds or whatever. It just looks like you've evolved from that those catches that were maybe out of bounds a year ago,
Right.
no longer. Was that part of your off season?
Oh, for sure. That was, it comes down to things that not everybody sees. It's the release at the line that's really key to, save the space and to be able to hold the ground, to be able to do things like that. And working with Coach Azani and doing a lot of stuff in the off season, I really was working on being able to own my space, play big, and take advantage of, what I've been blessed with and the frame that I have. And, it all comes down to, like I said, things that a lot of people don't even really see is the release at the line. Some receivers can't get that separation at the line or can't win at the line. And, that's when you see guys getting pushed out of bounds or having to catch to go out of bounds. So working the release and being able to have the footwork and have the field awareness so that you can make those plays is key.
What specifically about Drew's game helps you elevate your game?
He played quarterback. I play receiver. He throws me the ball. That's all I can say, honestly. The dude's nice, but, that's my job is to catch passes, and he's the guy back there making the plays happen right now. And I love how the guy comes to work, and he does what he does. He's a young guy who is willing to learn and wants to be great, and that's all that we can ask of anybody, even of myself, being a guy that wants to learn and grow and develop, and that's what he does.
The NFL Network has said, forget Pro Bowl, this guy should be an all-pro receiver. Is that something you think about? Do you think about Pro Bowls? Do you think about getting named All-Pro?
I let all that stuff take care of itself. If I go to work every day at practice and go and do what I'm supposed to do on Sundays, then all that stuff takes care of itself. If I show up to practice every day, I'm thinking, I got to practice so I can become an all-pro receiver, or I can be Pro Bowl, then that's when you start seeing the distractions come up, because you're not really focused on what you need to be focused on. So being able to know that it's there, I'm not going to act like I don't know that it's there. It's there, but it's one of those things that, I can't focus on. My job is to, get myself prepared, myself and the receiver room prepared, so that we can go out and perform at a high level, detail-wise, technique-wise, and playmaker ability-wise, so that we can go out there and perform at a high level against the Texans.
How long does it take you to become in sync with a new quarterback? Phil said it takes longer for a receiver than a running back.
It definitely does. I think for them, it's, they get the ball put in the, get handed to them, so it's pretty simple, I would say. But for us, it's a timing thing. Every quarterback throws the ball different. Every quarterback's release is different, where the ball comes out. Being able to see them in the back, that's the one thing I said about Joe whenever Joe first got here, was I could make eye contact with Joe. With him being a big guy, I could make eye contact with him when I was running certain routes. So, every quarterback has something different, and it does take time. That's why, we come to practice maximizing every rep we get, routes on there, 7-on-7, team, everything, every rep that we can get to get the timing down and get the just the understanding of where I'm going to be, where a receiver's going to be, where the quarterback wants us to be, where they're going to throw the ball at, where they like to throw it low versus this coverage, or throw it high versus certain coverage, certain things like that. It takes time, but maximizing the reps at practice is key.
Do you feel better, stronger for the final quarter of the season this year than you did last year? Everybody, I don't know if you had a rookie wall, or looking back, there was a rookie wall, but people talk about that.
I think it's a thing that if you constantly, which I try to, if you're constantly growing and trying to develop yourself on and off the field, then it starts to come to you more slowly, I would say, because you kind of understand what to expect of yourself, kind of what to expect of everything moving forward. And I don't physically, it is what it is. At this point in the season, I think everybody has nicks and bruises. If you're going out there putting it all on the line every single week, you're going to feel it for sure. So I think no matter what, rookie season second year, however many years down the road, this late in the season, you're gonna feel a little bit of things, but it's all about taking care of your body. It's being able to take care of them, being able to give massages, getting the cold tubs, getting the hot tubs, doing the Normatec boosts, getting chiropractor, everything, all of those things are things that help us stay fresh for the rest of the season.
Despite it being your second year, you've taken this jump and it's only your second year. How much more do you think you have left to get to?
Man, I see myself developing every single day. There's always something to improve on at this position, whether it's footwork, hand placement on catches, releases, how to win down the field, second level releases, blocking, understanding defenses to the T, understanding schemes, understanding the offense inside and out. All of those things are things that you constantly, continuously work on, and those are things that I really try to, push myself to continuously work on. So I when people say sky's the limit, I really try to, embody that and really try to make sure that, I'm never getting to a point in my life or in my career where I say, oh, I've arrived. There's always something to work on.
Courtland, many of your teammates and coaches have been very vocal about how much of a leader you've really become on this team. When in your career, whether that be collegiately, professionally, did you recognize that you could be that for your teams, and when did you embrace that role for your career?
I've had some amazing coaches through my career so far, and in college I had really three guys. Well, I'm not gonna say three. It's a collective group of people who I've had conversations with. They said, you have the ability, the traits to be a great leader, and it's up to you to make those decisions if you want to be that person with the decision makes you make, the way you carry yourself. All those things are key. And a lot of the coaches that I had in college, Coach Morris, Coach Stubb, my entire weight staff, those are I attribute a lot of who I've become as a leader to having guys like that who I've been able to have conversations with, and who've pushed me to push myself even harder and further into becoming a better person, a better leader, a better person spiritually, physically, mentally. And I'm thankful for them, because without having those guys, my family, of course, having God leader in my life, not having all those people in my life, I wouldn't be able to be in the position I'm in, not even close.
What's RDA stand for?
Ruthless, decisive, aggressive. It's Coach Z's, it's his baby, that's his thing. And he really pushes our room to play with those three letters: ruthless, decisive, and aggressive. We really try to embody that, and I'm pretty sure you guys see that from our room. If you watch the tape, we try to play with that for sure.
All right. Thank you, Courtland.
Appreciate y'all.